Welcome. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. This is another episode within the Perth by Night venue. This scene will show some unfortunate events and some unfortunate, awkward conversations. We are going to set the scene, begin with Jonathan Nero Bagger, Victor Black, and according to us, whether or not Creel is there or not is up to them, in a truck. The lights of the city are blasting by, the headlights overhead hit the concrete, and on the radio there is the monotone dribble of something or other that, conspiracy theories, there we go. Conspiracy theories are running rampant on the radio. I know Asher Roth would have been very, very happy to hear that, but since he is now currently inside someone else, in the back of the delivery truck, there is indeed a locked box. Jonathan Nero Bagger looks to Vincent Black and says, "You know what you're doing?"
Absolutely not.
Well, don't worry too much. You probably will live through the night. Probably.
This goes against everything Fuck. I am screaming here inside to just not go back there and just...
Okay, don't worry. We've got our sheriff in there here already. Yeah, or he'll meet us there. He'll keep us safe for right now. But whatever happens, make sure the body does not go to the Tremere.
That is not my call. That is your call. That is your call. As
Listen. I'm gonna make it simple. For tonight, your main duty, your only duty, is to make sure that the body does not fall into Tremere hands. If that means directly disobeying when I tell you otherwise, nice, you do it. You fight that urge to deliver the body to Tremere as long as possible while you drive this car away.
all right.
Okay then. And as they start driving again closer and closer to its Tremere station, in which they have their lovely little colleges, eventually they will get onto the road. I actually looked it up a little while ago, I just don't remember it. To college, insert here. We would probably do a mini scene change right here, but apparently there's discussion in the group chat bar.
No, and I just we need to know because he's announcing himself. But if we say yeah, we're okay with all that, it unfortunately for those who are watching is like it's kind of a the Toreador are unexpectedly wanting a meeting with pretty much their entire clan showing up, including ghouls at short notice, and they also want Creel to go and was like, yeah, in fairness, if the prince like, oh, if this was prearranged, I'd be one thing. So you're calling in a trivial boon. That seems
can deny me.
That actually seems appropriate. Is the prince accepting or denying?
The cost of trivial boon seems appropriate, however, because I still don't know what this is about, you'll have to give me the reason why you want to be at a meeting I have with the Toreador.
Tell him
because you probably know more than me at this moment.
Michael, remember we'll be happy to explain the situation once we are I am sure.
So you're willing to give in a trivial boon with no explanation, sorry.
Those are for my co member to give. My co member has requested my presence. He's getting it.
As
Or
long as
I'm getting a trivial boon denied from
as
being
long as he's got the Toreador okay with the situation. If the Toreador are not okay with him being present, then the bull is being repaid. But if they're not okay with it, then you can't
let me-
call that trivial.
Let me put it this way. I'm going to check if it is right, if this is correct. If
This
they
seems
say yes, I want this done, I will have to take contact with their primogen or else with the sheriff to confirm. If one of the two confirms, then it's fine.
okay. I'll ring up Bagger. But it doesn't. It's like Bagger's the one who actually no. It's
my
at the
co
request.
member
It's at the
made the
request.
request.
It's at the request of Bagger. Who's like,
Oh, sorry.
Rafat will just ring Bagger and say, "Are you okay with Marcus Creela saying that you wish his presence there? Can you please confirm this?"
It is confirmed. It is confirmed,
Thank you.
good sir.
Confirmed. Okay. Well, I think that's all before.
Okay. Then it does not need a trivial boon. It can be there because it's requested. I do not need the need to pay for something if you're requested, sure.
There we go.
All right. So, I'll be meeting with Bagger when they arrive.
Okay, cool.
Checking the area for obfuscate. I'm checking with aura, but there's a big box. I'm not checking the aura because I just don't know what the fuck's going on. So it's like, oh, they've got a box. For all I know, they've got VCRs and that thing. And they're like great moves into to the criminal world.
Trent, what did you tell Eric Salvador out of character? What does...
Eric Salvador knows the situation, knows that Grace Martin is staked for her own good, and he needs to be there for the sake of the clan, not self-exploding upon itself. Whether it be from Jonathan Bagger himself doing the destruction, or whether it be from the cracks.
Right, I'll be there.
Good. And I would vote that the collective kindred meet at the front gate and then be led in by the prince's men and then into their secret chamber with all their weapons, gone.
Allowed stick with his weapons because he's the sheriff. If he's gonna betray us, then the prince is in a lot of trouble anyway. For the rest of you guys, yeah.
As usual, not carrying any more weapons aside from what might be in the back. Though carrying the armor, which I think I still get back.
Just get checked for hidden places inside the armor for where a stake could be hidden, but other than that, you'll get the armor back if I don't find anything wrong with it.
Jonathan Uribardo will relinquish his favorite revolver, but he has what looks like a baseball bat in his hands and is questioning Eric Salvador with his eyes whether he wants it or not.
Say that last bit again, please.
Jonathan Nero has a bat in his hands and he's questioning you with his eyes whether you want it or not.
Pass it over.
Jonathan relinquishes the bat. Vincent Black, since you will be staying with that car, if that's okay with you, you don't necessarily need to hand over anything. In fact, like, you have a little shotgun by the side of the door.
No. You don't.
Okay, that's fine. No weapons inside your car.
Inside the car it's perfectly fine. I was just meaning along the checkup, because you're going to be along a checkout to get to the room where you need to go. and there will be no weapons allowed.
Here's the thing: Vincent is not gonna go to that room because that's kindred business, and he's just a ghoul.
Oh, you'll be in the ghoul waiting room. That's no problem. There will be no weapons in the ghoul waiting room, by the way.
He
Okay,
doesn't have any
actually,
weapons,
just
so
make
that's
things
fine.
clear. We're talking about his people. You're talking about Ravat, because I don't think the prince has a bunch of dots and retainer.
Nope.
Yes, so it's Ravat. But yeah, I'll check over your stuff. He's probably kind of like looking at you guys, like, cause he's the only when he's checking you guys out. He's the only one in the room who doesn't know, I believe, except for maybe Creel. And he's kind of like he's trying to hide it, but he's like, what the fuck is going on? This is weird. Just looks, if I was picking up the empty. And, well, then, once all the security measures taken, lead you into a room with the prince and your big old box. Actually, I would have opened up the box and kind of go like,
Now close the box.
very well. Actually, I'll check for obfuscate. There's no obfuscate that I can see. So it's like, okay, we don't have another person hiding. Tough.
Nice.
It'd be a good way to get them in. But yeah.
Right?
Um,
Tobacco, it's your show.
To the assembled kindred of this city, I have invited most of Clan Corridor and Marcus Creel as a third-party objector. We're between the Tremere clan, which holds the seat of Vindare princehood, and ours, which holds several other ones, because a most disastrous thing has happened to befall our Grace Morn. It is with the most saddest and undue respect that last night Grace Morn had succumbed to some beastly urges within herself and had devoured a kindred, then a second one within her own domain. And it was up to her grandchild, you know this as myself, to stop her and bring her forth to the assembled committee. Now, this is not pleasant. This is very awkward.
just roll a perception
Hey,
empathy.
I've listened to your explanation. It's going to be perception, empathy.
Go ahead.
Do you want to roll manipulation subterfuge?
At what point was I lying?
At the point where you say that it was up to you to stop it, you didn't stop it.
Actually, you were trying to.
It was already
You were-
done
you were
when
trying
you
to
came to
subdue
the
her.
place.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just rolling because, well,
And
I
I'm
know.
rolling because, well, who knows what
Why
happened.
not?
Definitely.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, Marcus Creel knows that there was definitely a bit of hesitation. Anyone who has scored 4 successes is know that Jonathan Bader did it hesitantly, but he did still do it. Sorry, Prince.
No problem. This is how it works. The prince will look at Jonathan and say, very well. So, do I get this straight? Miss Martin, our Miss Grace Martin, did the heinous act of diablerizing 2 other members of the kindred within Perth City?
Indeed, it had happened. And
You can read the disgust on his face when you say it.
if
May
you
I-
would require them their proof of Eric Salvador, or and yourself and possibly your thought over there may freely read into what we speak and say is our false firelight, our campfire within the oasis of our souls.
Could you elaborate as to the identities of those who have suffered this fate?
And this is where it is most disheartening for me, and for you, Creel, I would wish you utmost clarity, understanding, caution, and restraint when I tell you that it was indeed your and my good friends, Asher, Roth, and Dexter Johnson. Johnson.
Rafat's just trying to muster up an impassive face, which I'll roll for now, but yeah. He's not doing a very good job. He's actually very unhappy that they're both dead. But he's trying to be impassive. It's not working.
So is the prince. I'm going to try and make a subterfuge, a manipulation subterfuge to hide that I'm really, really pissed that this happened. Subterfuge and manipulation. All the ones. Oh no, wait, you can still no. There you go, 2 successes.
Actually, rolling appearance subterfuge to maintain the facade of.
Same thing for me.
Yeah, Creel is not happy about these news.
No, not at all.
Not in the frenzy levels unhappy, but if he already weren't sporting a pair of fangs, he might be right now.
I would suggest that it is only fair whatever judgment comes to pass should be done after both the offended clans have had a chance to speak on the matter.
The prince rises from his chair and will walk over to the box where Miss Martin is currently in, and he will open the box and actually look at the staked body of Miss Martin, and he says, "Parts of me want to know very well how this has happened, because she seemed just such a lady, but I can tell," and I'm going to make a perception awareness to make sure that I can see the veins. Otherwise, it's bullshit. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you needed 2 or else you wouldn't see them.
I know. I got 3.
Difficulty 8, I thought.
Oh, then it's 2. Lucky me.
You know?
But I can see that there has been a change in her aura, one that I find to be disturbing at best. My dear Clan Toreador, you are responsible for ripping away 2 very valuable members of the Camarilla by Miss Martin. You understand by our law that she is to be condemned. Even worse, all her belongings, technically, by law, surpass to me. However,
Actually, correction, that is not actually true. That is a law in certain cities and stated by the prince. That is not a camera law. Never agreed.
I have stated over here on couple occasions, so I say it at its law
Actually,
here.
if you notice that, Jonathan Bagger will step up a minute and recite a little passage. It's because he does have 3 points in law.
So
3 points.
you're gonna impose when I'm talking. You're gonna break what I'm saying.
Yes.
Great,
Jonathan
love
Dagger
it. Do it.
pull out a little letter and something or another, and I'm gonna make a charisma plus law roll.
Do you have
Yeah.
common sense or etiquette?
I have common sense and etiquette.
Okay. Wait for him to finish at
Oh, okay. I thought he was
least. No, he wasn't. He was in the middle of something. So that's like, there's no way he's going to listen to you. If
He
you
was literally in the middle of the sentence, and then you
Yeah.
said stuff.
Okay, go
So,
ahead.
but that didn't happen because you've common sense and etiquette.
OOZ, common sense to the rescue.
Yeah.
The prince continues without being disturbed. But I understand that currently you have not only scorned the people and kindred of Perth, but you have scorned the valuable clan of the Malkavians and the Nosferatu, as well as the coterie where both gentlemen belong to, I believe, under the courtesy of Mr. Creel. So we will
Now,
have to make sure that all these business is handled carefully and righteously before we continue to pass a sentence.
now, dear Prince, if I may have a second word,
By all means.
and Jonathan Barrier will pull out the folded letter there, and will recite a little bit of charisma plus law, if that's okay with everyone.
This isn't law. This is kind of her will, but it doesn't necessarily hold up. But
Well, I just want to
Yeah.
either
performance will be better. Specialization orator would be best. He's able to get the passion in there, or expression. Actually, expression or performance. I think would be more appropriate than law.
Okay, yeah, I'll do
He's
expression.
the Toreador.
I'll do,
Of course, he's got one or the other.
yeah, pretty much. And dear Prince, that thing you say before about the forwarding in the property of them they're condemned to the Friends of it is not necessarily a Camarilla law, more of something that can be done if the Prince is, well, feeling very, very, very controlative. But if you can see that she did have some final words that were addressed to you that you may want to look over, then will PowerPoint. Oh, yes. Great.
Well, as you want to give me a letter, I will simply not take it because I don't take letters. However, I assume Rafat will.
Yeah, when he sees that, Rafat will take it until, in case there's anything on it or whatever, because Asimite's quiet as and all that jazz. And yeah, I'll leave in a position where, hold a position, and if the prince decides to look at it, he decides to look at it. If he decides not to after a few moments, I'll put it away for later.
Well, because he was so valiantly describing and trying to launch this letter onto me, I will simply open it after you've taken it. And I assume that I will be reading what has been posted earlier.
Yes.
I already got that letter, so that's interesting. I understand that Miss Grace, in all her wisdom, all her preparation, all her experience, have decided that she wanted to give the clan a an a step up to make sure that they will not pay for it. However, you do have to agree when you break something of someone else, when it's property, you pay in boons. Clan Toreador broke property, people, kindred of two different clans. I understand that her humble request as to how and why and in what manner she wants to die could be a courtesy from my side. However, I would like to know if she would give the same courtesy if it were one of her clan members. So, for now, I want to hear about this situation from the Malkavian as well as the Nosferatu to make sure that they feel like I am not sweeping this under the rug, that I'm giving this the proper attention other than a simple destruction. Because, to be honest, within the Camarilla law, I know I can give an exception. However, seeing as it was as it is, I have trouble doing this right now because she did not only rob me of two valuable members, they also murdered my entire harpy group. So for now, I want to speak to others before we continue this matter. However, understand, Mr. Bagger, that there will be a price to pay. And this will come from you. Because, as you so valiantly stated, that you took control of the situation, you were there to stake your grandsire to hold up. You have taken responsibility for the clan as a whole. Are you willing to take up this responsibility?
It falls upon me.
Grill actually lays a hand on Bagger's shoulder just to hold him back for a few moments.
Thank you.
Certainly our good prince isn't suggesting to punish the Camarilla member responsible for bringing a lawbreaker before him.
Did I say such a thing? Is it a punishment? A primogen title?
Perhaps your words were misunderstood. You did say that boons would have to be paid, and then you began to indicate that Mr. Bagger would have to dish them out, so to speak, and someone could definitely see that as a punishment.
No, I never said he should be punished. I said that the clan will be punished. However, this will happen is after I talk to the Malkavian and the Nosferatu to make sure what they want. She has robbed the Nosferatu of an ancilla status kindred. This has value, not only to me, but also to them. You want me to slight them? For now, I think it's best if she stays in the care of either us or the sheriff. Now see the common courtesy from me towards Clan Toreador for bringing Miss Martin up to the court instead of helping her escape, which I'm sure some of you must have had a glimpse of thinking about it, because it is one of yours, and she was very well loved. Mr. Salvador,
Yes,
you
my
think
friends.
do you think you have room for Miss Martin?
Yes, I can look after Miss Martin for quite some time.
Very well. She will be judged when the Primogen meeting happens. I wasn't going to attend, but now I'll probably try and will attend because she needs to be discussed and properly handled.
Okay, I have to roll manipulate. Sorry, up here in subterfuge in that one. 2 successes. My jaw is not dropping. Going, you were gonna what?
No, I would have rolled
Anyone can roll on that to see if it's just the utter shock. Rafael is thankfully managed to keep in on at this moment.
Oh, yeah, I see that shit.
Yeah,
Who's the defender? Yeah.
I'm the defender, but Bagger's definitely picking up just to kind of not quite there, but not 100 miles off. Kind of just a momentary flash just in the corner of the eye of kind of the prince wasn't going to attend. The fuck.
Like, I'm starting to think that maybe Asher Roth was onto something.
Oh, actually, that's 2 successes on appearance subterfuge to make it seem that Creel is slightly surprised by the prince not intending to attend.
Rolling to spot. I spot your no. I love the opposite reaction. It's just kind of the you're going to attend.
And I think by all accounts, anyone who's even making a little glance at Bagger knows that he is standing very stoically, almost as if, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
As the prince stopped at that point after a moment or two's pause, knowing the prince won't continue, if I would say, as the Primogen of Clan Tremere, I would like to recognize and commend the loyalty of the Toreador, the Sheriff, and the, potentially new Primogen. This must be a very trying time for you, but you have stuck by your loyalty with the clan, which must be very difficult due to, despite what may have happened, Lady Martin is one of your blood, and I know how difficult it can be at times. So I do not envy you, but I recognize your loyalty to the court and the Camarilla at this point, and I thank you for it.
Thank you, Rafat, for your kind words. Fortunately, it's not going to be too long till the council meets. Hopefully we can get this sorted out suitably with respect to all the parties deserved.
I heard that it is tomorrow, the meeting.
It is.
That's correct.
So we will discuss it then. For now, I am very sorry to hear this has taken such a step. She was, and in my eye, she still is, one of the most promising members of the Perth before this happened. She will be a loss for everyone, especially for the Toreador. But until then, until further decisions are made, she will remain as she is now. Staked.
She will remain as she is until it is commanded to be otherwise.
Very well. Well, thank you very much for your loyalty indeed, as our father said so far. I know that it sometimes appears that I am very harsh when it comes to things that do not come naturally to other kindred. We, within the pyramid, are taught that many things like loyalty comes by the connection of blood we possess with each other. We understand that not in every family this is the same. Therefore, I understand that this must come even harder to you as it will come to me, because it was family. Mr. Kriel,
My
thank
friends,
thank you for witnessing this as an impartial member. However, um, I would like for you to handle the business you have with Clan Toreador personally, between you and them, because I think you act as a coterie caretaker, so to speak, instead of a primogen of representing the entire group of people. Therefore, I consider it a more personal matter.
my friends, I am here at the request of my coterie member, but do not be mistaken that I am also acting in full interest of Clan Borussia.
But of course, I imagine you are. However, like I mentioned in the beginning, costs and requests will be made to repay certain damages done. However, the damage that has been done to you is a personal thing, while the other damage is done to a clan as a whole. I see difference between these two things. I hope you see it the same.
I am certain that as far as my personal issues for the current Incident Guild, we can reach a private arrangement.
Very well, that was what I was hoping for. Gentlemen, I bid you all a very pleasant night. I hope the loss doesn't overwhelm all of you.
Thank you for this quickly and hastily organized meeting, my prince. Just go and take care of Grace until tomorrow's meeting. And Salvador is going to go and collect the large box. Come along, gentlemen.
Greel's going to keep a guiding touch on Nero's shoulder, just in case something happens.
Rafat will escort them out, kind of quiet. He'll try and be respectful, but it's kind of especially those with aspects are definitely going to pick up. He feels bad for them, but there's a bit of anger and kind of disappointment directed towards the box. But yeah, he does feel bad for the Toreador.
Anyone, as they are leaving, anyone near or close to Bagger will hear a rather mother-eared expression, something to the can, fucking bitch broke my violin.
Okay. Appearance subterfuge, trying not to laugh when he hears that.
Wow, that is so.
Oh no! Now I'm the stone face of just kind of like fucking cliff face. Doesn't budge. Mustn't have heard it despite my super hearing.
Wow.
All right, I guess we'll escort you guys out. Rafat will help you guys. Actually, Salvador doesn't have a vehicle.
We can use the vehicle out.
Yeah, you need to
Yeah, the big truck.
help him transport it back. He'll
So
escort you
Vincent
guys
will.
back to the car park, and he'll just kind of say to Salvador, "It's like I wish to speak with you on something else, but it pales in comparison. Tend to your clan."
Yes, these matters first. I'm sure we'll talk soon.